Sergey's life changed forever on a fateful day when he heard a strange, faint cry coming from a tombstone. At first, he thought it was a trick of the wind, but the sound was persistent, compelling him to investigate. With a mix of curiosity and apprehension, he grabbed a nearby shovel and began digging. What he unearthed left him speechless and set off a chain of events that would reshape his entire existence. To truly understand Sergey's emotional journey, we must first delve into his past. Sergey and Evdokia were a couple deeply in love. Their relationship built on mutual respect, adventure, and companionship. Unlike many couples, they had chosen an unconventional path, opting to forgo children in favor of exploring the world together. For years, they lived a life that others could only dream of, traveling from one city to another, immersing themselves in diverse cultures, and forging memories that would last a lifetime. Their bond grew stronger with every shared experience, but Sergey's desire to become a father lingered beneath the surface. One evening, after nearly a decade of adventure, Sergey could no longer keep his feelings bottled up. Over a candlelit dinner, he confessed his longing to have children. Evdokia listened intently, her face a mixture of love and hesitation. After a brief pause, she agreed, albeit reluctantly, and they decided to undergo medical tests to ensure everything was in order. At the hospital, Sergey went in first and waited anxiously for Evdokia to complete her checkup. When she emerged, her face was tear-streaked, and she handed him a yellow file. "You're free to leave," she whispered, her voice barely audible. Confused and concerned, Sergey opened the file. To his shock, the results indicated that Evdokia was infertile. She broke down, apologizing profusely for something she couldn't control. Sergey, ever the loving husband, embraced her and reassured her that their love was more important than anything else. What Sergey didn't realize was that the truth was far more complicated than the file suggested. Life went on, and the couple returned to their carefree adventures, though Sergey secretly mourned the loss of the family he had envisioned. Tragedy struck years later when Evdokia fell ill. Diagnosed with advanced stage sarcoma, her health declined rapidly. Sergey stayed by her side, cherishing every remaining moment. When she passed away, his world collapsed. Grief consumed him, and he found solace only in revisiting the places they had shared and going through her belongings. Months after her passing, while sorting through a box of Evdokia's keepsakes, Sergey stumbled upon the yellow file. Curiosity and a lingering sense of unease compelled him to read it again. To his astonishment, the results revealed that it wasn't Evdokia who was infertile, it was him. The realization hit him like a thunderbolt. She had borne the weight of his pain and disappointment, sacrificing her own desires to protect his happiness. Overwhelmed with guilt and gratitude, Sergey resolved to honor her memory. He began visiting her grave regularly, speaking to her as if she were still alive. On one such visit, a newly erected tombstone caught his attention. It bore only a single name, Claudia, written faintly in pencil with no dates or flowers to mark its significance. As Sergey stood there, pondering the mystery of this nameless grave, a faint, eerie sound broke the silence. He froze, straining to identify the source of the noise. The sound grew louder, and Sergey realized it was coming from beneath the tombstone. Despite his trepidation, Sergey grabbed a nearby shovel and began to dig. The noise intensified as he worked, each strike of the shovel filling him with both dread and determination. Finally, he unearthed a coffin. With trembling hands, he pried it open and was met with a harrowing sight. The lifeless body of an elderly woman, presumably Claudia, lay inside. To his utter shock, 2 infants were nestled beside her. One was barely breathing, while the other cried weakly. Sergey wasted no time. He carefully lifted the babies from the coffin and rushed them to the authorities. The police launched an investigation, uncovering a heartbreaking story. Claudia had raised her wayward granddaughter, Milana, who had become pregnant as a teenager. Unable to care for her newborn twins, Milana had placed them in Claudia's coffin on the day of her burial and fled the city. It was a story of desperation and neglect, one that left Sergey deeply shaken. Sergey couldn't forget the moment he rescued the twins. Their tiny faces were etched into his memory, and he found himself drawn to them. He began visiting the shelter where they were placed, bringing small gifts and spending hours with them. One day, a nurse suggested something that Sergey hadn't dared to consider: adoption. She assured him that he had already proven himself as a loving and capable guardian. After much contemplation, Sergey decided to take the leap. Following rigorous medical and psychological evaluations, he was approved to adopt the twins. Bringing the children home marked a new chapter in Sergey's life. He named them Alexei and Alina, and they quickly became the center of his world. Fatherhood brought him a joy he had never known, filling the void that had haunted him for so long. Sergey's days were now spent at playgrounds instead of cemeteries, his laughter echoing alongside the giggles of his children. As Sergey watched Alexei and Alina grow, he often reflected on the twists and turns of his journey. He wondered if the doctors had made an error in their initial diagnosis, or if Dokia had orchestrated the deception to shield him from pain. In the end, none of it mattered. Sergey had found his purpose and his happiness, proving that even in the face of loss and despair, life could offer unexpected miracles. As Sergey sits on a park bench, watching Alexei and Alina play joyfully, he reflects on the incredible journey that brought him here. Life had taken him through love, loss, and the unexpected twists of fate, yet in the end, it had gifted him with a new purpose and boundless joy. His story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit, the depth of love, and the power of selflessness. It reminds us that even in our darkest moments, life can offer us second chances in the most unexpected ways. Sergey's story is a testament to love, sacrifice, and the resilience of the human spirit. It reminds us that life's greatest gifts often come from the most unexpected places. Through the laughter of his children, Sergey found healing and hope. Living proof that even the darkest moments can lead to the brightest new beginnings. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey of heartbreak, discovery, and redemption. If this story touched your heart, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible tales of hope and inspiration. Let us know in the comments, what part of Sergey's journey resonated most with you? Until next time, remember to cherish the people you love and embrace life's surprises with an open heart.